Hello there, Mini Mind Lab explorers. Have you ever looked closely at a fish? Those shiny, slippery bodies aren't just for looks, they're covered in scales. But why do fish have scales? What do they do, and how do they help fish survive in the water? Today, we're diving deep into the underwater world to uncover the secrets of fish scales. By the end, you'll know why these little plates are so important and maybe even a few fun fishy facts to share with your friends. Let's make a splash and get started. Okay, so what exactly are fish scales? Let's break it down. Scales are like a fish's armor, tiny, hard plates that cover their skin. They're tough, but also flexible, so the fish can move easily through the water. There are different types of scales too. Here are a few. 1. Cycloid scales. These are smooth and round, like on a salmon or goldfish. 2. Ctenoid scales. These have tiny, comb-like edges, perfect for fish like perch. 3. Ganoid scales. These are thick and shiny, like the scales of a gar. 4. Placoid scales, found on sharks. These are more like tiny teeth than scales. Cool, huh? Each type of scale is like a special tool designed to help fish in their environment. So, why are scales so important? Let's find out. Scales are like a suit of armor, protecting fish from predators, sharp rocks, and other dangers in the water. If something tries to nibble on them, their scales act like a shield. Movement. Fish scales are super smooth and help reduce friction as fish swim. This makes it easier for them to glide through the water like little rockets. Keeping water out. Fish live in water, but they don't want water to soak into their bodies. Scales and a slimy coating on top help keep water out and maintain their balance. Camouflage. Some fish scales are shiny or colorful, helping them blend into their surroundings. This makes it harder for predators to spot them. Sneaky, right? Have you ever noticed how some fish shimmer like rainbows? That's because of something called iridophores. These are special cells in a fish's scales that reflect light, creating a sparkling effect. This shimmer helps some fish camouflage by reflecting the light around them. Attracts mates, like a fish saying, "Hey, check out how shiny I am." Here's a tricky question: do all fish have scales? Thoughtful face: nope. Not all fish have scales. Some fish, like catfish and eels, have smooth, scaleless skin. But don't worry, they have other ways to protect themselves, like thick skin or slippery slime. Did you know fish can grow new scales if they lose some? It's true. As fish grow bigger, their scales grow too. They don't shed their scales like snakes shed their skin. Instead, their scales grow larger, kind of like how a tree adds rings as it ages. Now that we know the basics, let's dive into some fun fish scale facts. 1. Some ancient fish had armor-like scales that were so tough, they acted like chainmail. 1. Shield. 2. Scientists can use fish scales to tell how old a fish is, just like counting rings on a tree. 2. Deciduous tree. 3. Pearls sometimes come from fish scales. 3. Fancy, right? 3. Gemstone. Did you know fish scales have inspired human inventions? That's right. 1. Armor. Long ago, people designed armor for soldiers based on the overlapping pattern of fish scales. 2. Fashion. Some fabrics are made to mimic the shimmering look of fish scales. 3. Science. Scientists study fish scales to create better swimwear and even robots that move like fish. Wow, who knew fish scales were so fascinating? They're not just for looks, they protect, help with swimming, and even inspire us humans. Next time you see a fish, take a closer look at its scales and remember all the cool things they do. Maybe you'll even discover something new about your favorite fish. Thanks for swimming by today, Mini Mind Lab explorers. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fun science adventures, and let us know your favorite fish in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, and stay curious. Fish, sparkles.